I know most of the people who are in here know who you are, but for the first couple of questions, it's kind of like as if they didn't, or some of, maybe some one or two don't, or whatever. Right now, it'll just be like a few basic questions. I love to do this because I think when in the future, when your fans and the people who really love you and follow you and they want to know more about you and they search for you, then they'll get this interview with all kinds of random little like details, and I love that. I think that's super cool. Okay, so the first question is, for those who don't know about you and your channel, can you give us an idea of who you are and what your channel is about?
Stop it, Mr. Cher says poop. But no, I actually started it. I didn't really want to start a channel, but I was always on YouTube, and it was actually when I first started my channel, I came on with a case that used to, in the 90s, be a high-profile case. Like in 94, it was high-profile. Her name was Rhonda Glover, and she shot and killed her oil tycoon husband. And I fought for 3 years to get her an early parole. So, yeah, she kind of pushed me to start my channel because she wanted me to share her story, and I really didn't want to because right away I knew people would make fun of me. So she kind of pushed me into it, and then I just I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure it's a platform where that's the case. I really got to learn about media manipulation. And
that's crazy and super depressing to think about. Like, that's what YouTube is about, right? It's like we're the ones who are supposed to get the truth out because the media just does a crappy job of it. The next question is, three words that describe you?
Outgoing. I make very high goals for myself that I try to achieve.
Driven. Passionate.
Yeah, passionate. I agree with passionate.
Ooh, that's sweet. Those are good ones. Oh, you answered my next one. What made you want to start your channel? So do you watch a lot of YouTube?
Oh, yeah. I don't comment a lot, but I'm watching.
So what are your favorite channels? And
and I'm going to bother him now since it's his personal email.
That would be so freaking cool, Cher. Oh my gosh. See, I'm not a huge fan of him because of some of that, but I still would love to watch you like interview him and stuff, just to knows how to do it. And remember, he changed his legal name like a couple times. He kept changing it and doing like he's funny at times. And
I think we can't believe everything that we hear about them because, to be honest, half the shit or more that goes around about me is just not true. Well, actually, that's why I started my channel. I got too nosy. I saw one day this case that something else happened. She didn't just kill her oil tycoon husband. Like, what?
What is your favorite collab you've ever done on YouTube? This can be with like a criminal, with someone accused, with another creator, with anything.
Honestly, I think it's when I started with Rhonda. She was talking live from prison, and we got very little trouble for Waitsfield prison. And they record all the phone calls so they can hear what I'm being told and whatnot. So, yeah, we actually got in a little bit of trouble for that, but
that's cool.
It was, yeah.
So what's your least favorite collab? Can you say?
Mysteriously Brittany.
Oh, okay. See, there's some tea. Okay. Thank you, Cher, for that.
Yeah, Mysteriously Brittany. That bitch used me, got a whole bunch of subs. I made sure she got monetized on my live, and it was 8 minutes later, she turned around and started bashing me. She actually went live while I was live and started bashing me.
Oh my gosh. This within 8 minutes. See, I don't know her, so I don't have an opinion on her, but wow. I feel like if somebody gives you a platform, like even I have issues with Cheryl and Cadle because of, some private things that I won't discuss because I'm not that way.
I met Cheryl and Cadle because she was going to write the book for me and Rhonda, and then she tried to actually steal all my work that I've done in years to try and take over Rhonda's and write a book on her. Yep. So.
No, I have issues with her. She helped me. If it wasn't for her, like my first 1,000 subscribers came pretty fast because I was with her, and I can acknowledge that, and I'm thankful for that. Okay, so let's see. What's the craziest thing you've seen in your time on YouTube as a creator? Like something that happened that you just could not believe happened with other creators, with a story, whatever.
I mean, I guess besides giving Don Wells a platform and having everyone bash me continuously for 2.5 months, but look what everybody's doing now. Exactly what I was doing, but it's all okay now because they're doing it now. So that was a little crazy to me.
And let me just say, the way you were treated over the Dawn stuff, that's why I was vocal about it at the time and even now. You were just getting information. It doesn't mean you agreed with everything. You were doing what you should have done. We got a ton of information out of that. It wasn't like you were, believing and standing by every word he said. You were kind of just relaying the message. And I think people seem to get lost with that. It's like, just because you cover something or talk to someone or do a story with someone or, interview someone or whatever it is, that you're all of a sudden like best friends and you agree with every word they say. Hi, Vivian. I don't know why you're mad, but I don't think so. No, that's for sure. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but we have to be respectful in the chat. Okay, what would people be surprised to know about you?
Well, no, I think they always think I'm out for myself, but I'm really not. I just really like helping others.
Okay, when you're doing interviews and stuff with families like Dawn or the Watts or the lady that you, Rhonda, what her name was, that you first talked about, is it hard for you to decide who's being truthful, and do you just go with your gut?
I go with my gut, and then I keep digging, and that's why I'm also known as like Queen Flip Flopper. But yeah, I automatically, when I first get onto a case, I of course have my thoughts and opinions in my head, and then I start digging, and I'm like, oh, what this? And I change my mind. But when I'm interviewing people, I think, I catch the bullshit flags when they're talking to me. I just take a mental note of it and, oh, okay. And try to act like it's no big deal, I guess.
Well, if you were like calling them out over every little thing, then they'd quit talking to you.
Talk to somebody that is like acting like they're a detective and incriminating and interrogating them. Nobody wants to talk to them, and they're not comfortable. And you get a lot more information when people are comfortable with you. They're loose and comfortable. That's why detectives and stuff in interrogations, like you see them rubbing the person's back and stuff. Do you really think that people wanted to rub Chris Watts' shoulders to make him feel better and calm and relaxed? No, it was to loosen him up so he would talk.
If you are not respectful to night mods, if they can't be respectful, then they'll have to be hidden, and I'll look at it later.
But I'm not really watching chat, so they can say whatever. Don't worry. Don't stress about it on my behalf.
I'm not. No, they can't. I want them to respect you at least. They don't. Oh, mods, please, please, please. Okay. The last question until we get into the cases. So you and Mr. Cher, you guys have a really cute little relationship. And I will say, like, if you watch when you're talking and explaining, like, even if it's like a wild opinion or something that's not the norm or whatever, or a theory, like, he watches you. And he'll be watching the camera too, but the way he watches you and like listens to you process your thought and stuff, it's really cute. I love it. So I was gonna ask you, how did you guys meet? And I don't know the story of that, but I know you guys were both YouTubers and stuff, right?
Yeah. So Armchair Detective loves to take credit for this, so I'm gonna give the credit to him again. Anyway, there's a Armchair Detective hater channel that I got good, and so I was friendly with this person, somebody in the motor vlog world of YouTube, who had a channel for Chris Watts true crime stuff, and then had a different channel for his motorcycle world of YouTube. So anyway, one night he mentioned going to Prairie Boy 77's live stream, come say hey or whatever, and then I did, and then I seen him, and then I stalked him. Comment like I'm here to stalk the beard or something like that. And then we just started talking from there. So, yeah, for like over a year we were video chatting like as much as possible.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into Summer Wells. Now, this is a case that it's really what brought me to your channel. I'd watched a video or two, and when Summer Wells happened, that's when I really started watching you. I think a lot of people came, and then you just stick around, which is cool the way that happens. And then now, like I said, you're doing that new case, which is just, like, that's the best thing you can do. I don't like when people only cover a case that's popular and they don't do anything unknown. I don't know. I just like the way you're doing it. So when did you first hear about Summer?
as soon as it started going around YouTube, I saw it right away. And I reached out to Dawn and Candace immediately and didn't say very kind things to them. I honestly don't even remember what happened to where we got to talking like all day, every day. I think it happened as I was starting to kind of like open my eyes and be a little bit more open. Okay, well, he's not he's not arrested yet, so there's got to be more to this. So, innocent until proven guilty through the court of law. And I'll go back in my feed too, and I'll show you later what I originally said, but I believe it was, "Where is your daughter?" I said, "I know you know where your daughter is. Tell me where your daughter is," or something like that.
Crazy.
Wanted to just keep them talking. I think that was important. Keep them talking.
Yeah, it was. To piggyback off of that just for a second, do you think that Candace controls Dawn at all?
Yes. 100% yes.
I've heard you say that. I wanted to ask, I do too.